When you're using silage tarp, you need a lot of sandbags. And turning a pile like this into something usable like this is a lot of work. So here's how we did this DIY contraption to fill 50 sandbags in under 30 minutes, filled, tied, with the sandbags placed where we needed them. First, we took these 3 timbers that we had laying around. You could also use 4x4s or 2x4s. We measured twice, cut once, and secured 2 timbers together so it held the lip of a 3-gallon bucket, and this made the top of the table. We then continued to space the buckets and brace along the way, but we had to have a place for the sand to drop, so we cut the bottom out with a roto tool, but you could also use a jigsaw or a handsaw if you had all day. After checking your helper's work, continue to supervise until all of the buckets are free and clear to let the sand drop. In this version, we had 5 buckets, but then we decided we had room for 6. Again, we were just kind of going on the fly and we didn't really have anything planned for this day. Before we started adding the legs, we eyeballed the height of the sandbags, taking into account enough room to when we had sand in them, there would be enough room to take them out from underneath the table. We then took all of the scrap, bucket bottoms, and did a team building exercise. Here's the instant replay. We then continued to cut the legs and put the legs on the table at the right height. We then secured the buckets to the table. And remember, before you silage tarp, you need to thoroughly wet the ground to lock in that moisture. We then began to fill the sandbags, tie off, and move into place, and repeated the steps until a box of 50 sandbags was filled. Tips along the way is these clamps really helped keep the bags in the bucket, as the bucket was just a little too wide for the sandbags. No problem. We then continued to fill the sandbags, but try not to start in the same place and have the 2 people work a little separate from each other. It was also important to occasionally pull the sand out from the bottom so we had room to work. After we tied off each sandbag, we walked them into place along the perimeter of the silage tarp. And this part is what took the longest. Next, we drug out the silage tarp, squared everything off, pulled it tight, and began placing sandbags. If you want to see how we silage tarped and how we're going to cover crop our 10th acre garden, don't forget to subscribe below and ask us any questions. Again, this saved us a lot of time and was built with just scraps. It wasn't pretty, but it got the job done.